What's up YouTube, it's Danny Savage, coming today with another video. So look, I've got a pretty special clipper review for you today, but this place really needs cleaning, so that's going to be the first job. Look, I know what you're thinking, it doesn't actually really look that different. I've just moved some stuff about. Yes, that is all I have done. Secondly, yes, that is some orange squash in a wine glass. I don't drink wine, but I still like to feel like an adult sometimes. So don't judge me, alright? Don't come on my channel and start judging me straight away. Anyway, let's have a look at these clippers then. Okay, so fun fact, I just did like 20 minutes of recording about these clippers and realised that I wasn't actually recording. And so yeah, that's really good. I'm really happy about that. Anyway, so the reason these are important clippers to me is one, they're really good clippers anyway, alright? They are a good set of clippers in their own right. Secondly, these are the clippers which taught me how to cut. These are the clippers that I was using from college until about 4 years after. And that is the Wahl Chromstyle Cordless clipper. Quite a mouthful. I'm quite impressed with myself that I got that right. So, these are the bad boys that I'm talking about. An amazing set of clippers from start to finish, to be honest. I'll talk a little bit about the base that it stands in. I'll talk about the clipper guards. Oh, it's really hot in here. And yeah, we'll go through it all. Look, I'm going to start with a couple of negatives. I don't want to end this video on a positive. Wait, no, got it wrong. I want to end this video on a positive. I'll get some negatives out of the way first. So, as in some of my other videos, I have discussed the fact that when you've got your position selector, I like to have a smooth action, right? Because I like to pick exactly how high the blade is. But on this one, again, it's got those pre-designated clicks, so you can only have it in certain positions. I don't like that. My own personal opinion, you guys might like it, but for me it is a negative. A second negative, and I'm probably going to say this is the biggest negative that has actually affected me. So these are the guards, alright, that come with it. They go 1 to 4, then there's a 6 and an 8 that comes with them. Let me just show you this. Okay, so here's your clippers, your guards here, and they go on literally like that. That's it. There's no click, no catch. They are just being held on purely by friction. Now granted, that is a really easy way of changing clipper guards, but unfortunately, if you're rubbing on the head, say you're going around the head and you're just doing a line to get to where you want to take the clippers to. If you're doing that fast, it does push it up, and sometimes it can pop off, especially if you've just oiled up your clippers or sprayed them down with barbicide. And ordinarily, you know, you want things lubed up, yeah? You want things nice and slippy, but unfortunately it does make these guards very slippy as well, and they can pop off. In fact, when I first started, I was doing, I think it was like a 4 on top into a 1 on the sides, and I was going up, guard came off, and I ended up doing a 0 just above the guys there. Luckily it wasn't too high, so it could kind of blend it out, but it's definitely something to think about, because the amount of times I've caught these things slipping off, yeah, just be careful, I suppose. So that is pretty much most of the negatives we're going to talk about. I mean, that's 2. I might come up with some more as I'm talking, but that's the 2 main things. So the good parts, there's loads of good parts. Although I don't like the fact that this selector clicks, it's in an awesome position. It's right behind where your finger is naturally sitting anyway, so there's you're not using an arm on the side, you're not having to reposition your hands at all. You can literally just flick it with your finger just on the back like that. So that is really easy to use. And if you do like the pre-designated positions, that's just an extra bonus. Fun position on the switch. If you're like me and you like to switch it on and off quite a lot, excellent, because it's in a good position, it's right where your thumb is, so you're not having to flick it on and off with your finger, or you know, your little finger, which isn't as strong as your thumb. Yeah, top marks for switch positioning. Another very good point, so the head comes off. Like, that's awesome, that's pretty cool, because at the end of the day, if you're someone who cleans their clippers meticulously all the time, that's awesome, because they clip straight off, there's no unscrewing the blades to get to the motor, it's literally clip on and clip off, nice and easy. You can brush all the hair out, job done. Also means if you want to replace it on top, you can do, it's not a problem, it's real easy. Little side note, I've only got one camera today, I haven't got my above camera, so I do apologise that I'm having to hold everything up as opposed to having 2 cameras, which is a bit more professional, but deal with it, innit, really. As we've already said, these are cordless. A lot of people worry about things being cordless because they think it won't give you as much power. I can honestly say these are some of the best cutting clippers that I've used in terms of just going through the hair, not catching, and giving you a nice clean cut, leaving no stray hairs or anything like that. And the place that I worked, they had 5 different sets of these. So not only was I using these for 4 years, I was using 5 different sets. So, you know, I've managed to test quite a few different sets as well as the ones that were replaced. So I probably used maybe 8 sets of these in total, and they've all cut very well. Maybe even better than some of my corded clippers. Power isn't an issue. And I don't know, there's so many pros to having cordless stuff. The fact that you can use different techniques. So if you want to hold it more like a pencil and do real quick clip over a comb, you can do, that's not a problem. Whereas normally you get the wire in the way. If you're a mobile barber as well, or hairdresser, it's so much easier not having somewhere to have to plug things. I mean, it's a big thing. If you go to someone's house and you got to sit near a plug, but the plug happens to be, you know, in the darkest bit of the room, well, it's great because if you want to sit in the lightest part of the room, you can, because you haven't got to have plugs. So being cordless is a big thing. You can put a cord in the bottom though, if being cordless freaks you out or whatever, if you've got some weird fetish for wires. Charge wise, tend to find they last quite long. Obviously you're not going to be constantly using clippers, you need to do your scissor work as well, so whilst you're doing your scissors, chuck these back on charge, which is an easy thing to do. I'll show you how to do it in a sec. So they're always being charged anyway, so battery life isn't really a problem. So then that's the cradle with the clippers in. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. Looks pretty smart. So this is how it charges. You quite literally settle them in. What can happen is this bit gets all filled up with hair and it can block the 2 connections, so when you put it on charge it doesn't actually charge up. So yeah, that is again something to think about, is just keep that clear of hair. Go with the clipper guards. Although I don't like how they actually go onto the head, I do like the fact that the teeth are shorter than most other clippers. I tend to find you can see better how far you're actually going up, so I do like the clipper guards in that respect. They come in 1 to 4, there's a 6 and an 8 as well, but like I said, they do slip off, and that's something, oh god, that is something to think about. So all in all, like, they are just amazing clippers. I've said it a couple of times now. I don't use them anymore because the type of barbershop I'm in is different now. I used to work in a place that was more of a conveyor belt of 2 back and sides. Alright, it wasn't necessarily a place where I was doing loads of different styles, and not saying people didn't care about their hair, but it was just 2 back and sides all day long. So it was more about kind of getting more cuts done, and also it was a walk-in place, so again, getting more cuts done was better, as opposed to now where I have loads of time to tit about with people's hair. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, if you work in a place where, you know, you're doing loads of 2 back and sides, something like that, for ease of use, for speed, these are your boys. I'm telling you, they're awesome. Not saying you can't do more precise stuff, but I would struggle. Again, I like to be able to see how much I'm putting the blade up as opposed to clicking. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just get on slightly better with the corded clippers that I'm using at the moment. But I've got to say, if you're just starting out, or you are looking for volume of cuts, this is the boy, I'm telling you. So I suppose that is, it's not like a in-depth review. I haven't spoke about motor speed and that sort of stuff, but talking to you as someone who has used them for 4 years, used many different sets over a long period of time, that's my honest review, and I do recommend them. So, on a slightly separate note, kind of talking to you people who don't watch my videos for barber and stuff, I'm going to try and do some more vlog stuff coming up. As you may or may not know, I broke my ankle 8-9 weeks ago. I have mentioned it every video, so you should know. So obviously I can carry a camera and walk along, as you can imagine, so as soon as I'm walking without crutches properly, I will start doing some more vlogging and get out and about a bit more. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, or if you want to know anything that I might know the answer to, just put it in the comments, because no one comments in my videos, so it just makes me feel loved, really. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, show it to people. Just loads of stuff really that's going to make me loads of money on YouTube. See you on the next video.